Hello and welcome to the history of movie theaters and drive-ins in Calgary for 1960 to 1979. Here are the movie listings for 1960. (1961). The Isis and Variety Theaters closes. 1964. The first Corral Drive-In is opened by Canadian Theaters on June 11th on McLeod Trail. The Marta Theatre is taken over by Odeon Theatres, and is renamed Odeon on March 26. 1965. The Town Theatre opens on March 19th, becoming the first theatre of the Landmark Theatres chain. Famous Players opens the Chinook Theatre on September 29th, showing movies on a roadshow policy. 1966. The Studio 82 Cinema opens on June 17th. There is also a Studio 82 in Edmonton. The Hyland Theatre opens on November 4th, showing art movies. 1967. National General Theatres opens the North Hill Cinerama Theatre on December 21st, with Chill Willis attending the opening. Canadian Theatres open the first twin cinema, the Westbrook, on December 29th. 1968. Canadian Theatres opens the Stampede Drive-In on July 12th. 1969. National General Cinemas opens the Brentwood Cinema on January 22nd. Famous Players opens the Calgary Place Cinemas with 2 screens on June 19th. The Bow Theatre closes. 1970 to 1979. Here are the movie listings for 1970. (1970). The Apollo Theatre is opened for a brief time. Famous Players books the National General Theatres. On Christmas Day, Famous Players opens the Pallister Square Twin. 1971. The Hyland Theatre closes. 1972. Famous Players closes the Capitol and Strand Theatres, as everyone prefers the Pallister Place and Calgary Place Cinemas. On September 15th, Odeon Theatres reopens the Grand as a twin cinema. 1973. Canadian Theatres buys out National General Theatres except for the North Hill, which goes to Odeon Theatres. The Odeon Uptown reopens as a twin cinema on March 23. Canadian Theatres Group adds the third screen to the Westbrook Cinemas. 1974. The landmark Town Cinemas reopens as a twin theater on July 26. The Old Gary Theatre reopens as the Italian Cinema on October 19. 1975. The Odeon Theatre reopens as a twin cinema on June 20. 1976. The Hyland Theatre reopens. The Tivoli Theatre starts to show adult movies. Famous Players closes the Cinema Park Drive-In. 1977. The Canadian Theatre Group opens the Marlborough 3 on February 18. Famous Players opens the first multiplex cinema, the Market Mall Cinema, with 6 screens on April 18.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away,
here they come.
Star Wars.
Coming in too fast!
An adventure unlike anything on your planet. It's an epic of heroes and villains and aliens from 1,000 worlds. Star Wars, rated PG.
Canadian Theatres buys out Odeon Theatres to create Canadian Odeon Theatres, which is known in Quebec as Cinemas Odeon, with money earned from Star Wars. (1978). Canadian Odeon closes the 17th Avenue and the Corral Drive-Ins. 1979. The Hyland Theatre starts to show adult movies. Canadian Odeon closes the Stampede Drive-In. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe.